Hello everyone, this is Vintage Vinny, and I have a collective haul to share with you all today. Before I get started, I do want to give a little shout out to my baby bro. He graduated 2 days ago from high school. Many years of school, he finally got it over with, and he's ecstatic. He doesn't have to worry about the public school system anymore, and he's just happy to finally be free. And before I get started with this haul today, I do kind of want to share you a little funny story with you all. So, we actually took a metro bus down to DC so that way we wouldn't have to avoid the traffic and the parking hell that would be taking place down there, because I think 2 or 3 graduations take place in DC per day. So, we were all really excited to get down there, and, we got our tickets and our passes to get onto the metro. And about 2 stops from where we had started, we realized that we didn't have our tickets with us. And usually my dad likes to crack a joke with us saying, "Oh my god, I forgot the tickets," and then he completely just is like, makes that face of like, "Just kidding." But this time he was serious, so of course we're all freaking out about that. And of course my brother had to get down to DAR Constitution Hall before us because they let the students in so they can get lined up in chronological order, so, because they had to do a rehearsal the day before, so that way they knew how to go into the hall and proceed to get their diplomas and stuff. So yeah, we were freaking out about that, so my dad and I decided, okay, we'll get off at the next stop, and then we'll go back and get the tickets out of the car. I have to run back to the house to get the tickets. And then just as the train leaves, my dad realizes that my mom didn't give him the keys to the car, so again, we were in more of a panic mode. So we just got on to the next metro that we saw, and thankfully some teachers that I had in high school were on the train, and we just asked them, hey, what can we do about our tickets? We forgot them. They said, just speak to an administrator, and then, we got down there. My mom and my brother were on the other side of a street, so there were 2 17th streets or something like that in D.C., and it was just a nightmare. We were all freaking out because we hadn't had the tickets, and we hadn't, we had to make sure my brother got there on time. So we're frantically calling each other, making sure everything's alright, and thankfully my mom and brother got into a cab, and we were all really freaking out. It was horrible. Once we got in, thankfully there were people, before I say when we got in, there were people out there asking if they had extra tickets, and thankfully we got 5 of them, because that's how many we had. It was my mom, dad, me, my brother, my uncle, sorry, 4. We just needed 4, because he was graduating, obviously. So, after the ceremony was done, and, we got out, we all just laughed about it, because it was literally like a scene out of I Love Lucy, or, it could have been National Lampoon's Graduation. Because the situation was just so perfect for either an I Love Lucy episode or for a movie like that. Because everything just went wrong, but in the end it all turned out great. So, congrats, Doobie! So yeah, that's my little story about graduation. Overall fun. We went to a really nice restaurant after we were done. Had reservations and everything. It was a really, really fun night, and just been hanging out since. So I'm going to start off with the stuff that I got for my birthday that my friend gave me. And the first thing that I want to share with you all is a really cool bag that she gave it to me in. Very retro, just kind of like a neat little 50s inspired gift bag. She threw in a sangria. I got this Bluetooth tracking device, which of course I'm not going to share with you because it's not vintage. So she went to Ollie's. You guys know I love that place because you can get stuff for a really good deal. So she got me a few things there. I'd never seen this book there. This is Marilyn Monroe, a celebration of the most iconic women from Hollywood's golden era. And I'll flip through the book with you a little bit. Here's like a nice little orange cover. And yeah, you just get really neat looking pictures of her, and I freaking love this woman to death. I don't know how or why, but I just do. And if you guys do go to your Ollie's and you love Marilyn Monroe, definitely snatch this book up. I think it's only $1.99. And the only reason I know that is because I bought another book similar to this. So that was a really, really good gift, because I had never seen this there, and Marilyn is like my favorite actress. And because she's pretty. So, y'all are going to have to let me know what you think about this show, because I'd never heard of this. This is called Wagon Train. Again, this was another gift from my friend here from work. It says on the back here, let me see when it came out. I think this is a 60s show. I'd never heard of it until my friend gave it to me. So I'm definitely going to watch that on top of the other millions of movies that I have to watch, or TV shows. And of course, I've heard of this show, The Beverly Hillbillies. How could you not know the Beverly Hillbillies? That was a classic show in 1963. I actually have the lunchbox for this show, which is awesome. It stars Buddy Epson, Irene Ryan, Donna Douglas, and Max Baer Jr. So that was another great gift. And I'd never heard of this before. It's Raymond Burr's Ironside. Again, I think it was either an Ollie's or a Tuesday morning pickup. Our Tuesday morning, unfortunately, closed a few months ago, so I don't get to go to that anymore. Not really my thing, because you kind of get the same stuff that you can at Goods or Max or Marshalls or even Burlington or Ross, which are the 4 stores that do very, very well in this area. But anyway, got this movie, Ironside. I'm really, really excited to own it and see what it's like. It's from 1967. So that is everything that I managed to get for my birthday, so thank you, Karen. Now where do I want to go? Okay, so we'll go to the antique mall. So we were out, just out and about looking at neighborhoods to see where we wanted to go and everything like that. And we decided to stop at this place called Memory Lane. And we hadn't been there in a while, so we thought, okay, I'm sure plenty of things have changed, because the last time we were there, people were moving out, and of course that means new vendors are coming in. So we decided, alright, let's go see what they have, and we're running some pretty good sales. I got some pretty good deals on some stuff. Alright, I guess I'll show you the first thing that I picked up. So there's a booth right when you walk into the store that's kind of like a big flea market-y booth. It's got like a glass and a bunch of other miscellaneous tchotchkes in it. So I managed to snag these 2 plate hangers from, I'm assuming they're probably from the 70s, because they do have a barcode on the back of them, if you can see. But for those of you who know, I have a lot of Coke trays, and I do not have enough room to put them all on the shelves that I do. So I thought these would be a great little addition to add to the little wall that I'm going to have in my new room. And to only ask $1 a piece for these, that's a steal, because I can definitely use these, and these are going to be perfect for hanging these on the wall. So for $1 a piece, I couldn't say no. Alrighty. Next piece, this is kind of a dud, I guess you could say. It's this junk bag, it says a bag of vintage toy parts on it. It does say $10, but the booth was having a 40% off sale, so I got it for about $6. The only thing that I wanted out of this entire bag was this squeaker snowman. Nothing too special, but I think it was only like $1.50 once you did the math for all this stuff, so that wasn't too much to ask, I think. And he's so awesome. He's going with all my vintage Christmas stuff. Now I'll just show you what else is in here. It's probably all just going to end up going in the trash. I think this was at once a battery-operated mechanical toy, probably a bear of some sort. Really junky. I don't think it's worth anything. We got a clown head with some hair, which I don't think is... it's just junk. God, what is this thing? Here's another mechanical toy, as you can see. It's falling apart, the fur's coming off. Kind of a shame, really. And then this probably came off of like an old nursery toy or something, these balloons. This thing is from 1993, not too old. About 24 years old, so not just gonna be tossed or donated. A baby bottle. I have no idea what this is. Looks like the bottom to a toy. This I was really surprised to see in there. I don't think it's old, judging by the way it looks. It's like an African-American male. I think he's supposed to be on a stand or something. He doesn't look very old, judging by the way, the paint is and everything. If this were older, I'm sure the paint would be faded and wouldn't be worth as much, or would be worth more if it weren't like this. This is definitely newer. And then the last thing is kind of creepy, so forgive me if you're afraid. This is either a troll or a witch. Ugh. Alright, so that's it for the junk drawer bag. The only thing that I wanted out of that was this snowman squeaker. So, not too much to invest, I think, because I bought something that was new in the package for like $6.26. It's an Amazon item. I just had it shipped out today, so not a big whoop, if you ask me. Let me just package all this stuff up so we can move on. I might just donate it, not throw it away. I think that might be a waste. There's probably someone out there that's looking for a clown head, because this might be to a puppet or something. Alright, next item that I picked up at the antique mall was this 1952 Who's Who in Hollywood magazine. This was a whopping $3. I didn't think that was too much to ask. It is missing the back page, but that doesn't bother me too much because as long as the graphics on the front are cool, it doesn't bother me at all. Let's see if I can find some cool pages in here. It's really just kind of like a biography book to say, oh, you know, there's a kind of like just to tell you who was who, when they were born, that kind of a thing. Just kind of like little mini bios, kind of like what you see with certain tabloids today, but again, this is much cooler. So for, excuse me, $3, I thought that was a really, really good deal. And the last thing that I want to share with you all from the antique mall was something that I may have paid up for, but again, with that one item that I sent off to Amazon, it's going to make up for it. Is this 1980 Miss Pac-Man coin purse. Zoom in on that for you. For all of you 80s fans, I think this is something that I think you all would really enjoy. This was a whopping $4. As you can see, she is kind of dirty, and she does need a good cleaning. I don't know how to clean this, but I'm going to keep it in the condition that it's in. But I thought it was so cool, and let me show you all the back. So, Miss Pac-Man, 1980, Bally Midway Manufacturing Company, all rights reserved. So, like they always say, you know, the right time to buy it is when you see it, and I'd never seen anything like this before. Kind of like with the estate sale that I'd never seen that Miss Pac-Man hand puppet before, so that's why I snatched that, and I got $30 for that. And considering it had the tag with it, made it more valuable. So I'm going to keep this in my collection, because this is a cool little piece of arcade memorabilia, I think. So I think that's everything that I got at the antiques shop. So now let me get into the flea market items. Or no, sorry, the Ollie's items. So as I just showed you, my friend gave me the Marilyn Monroe version of the this book, Photographic Journey. And as you can see, the price on it was, I don't know how well this will show up in the lighting because I have some good lighting today. It was $1.99. However, Ollie's had sent me a 15% off coupon, so I paid about $1 and some change for this. So I couldn't pass that up, and even $1.99 was a good price for it. But I love Audrey Hepburn, I love Marilyn Monroe, I love all those stars from that time period because they had class unlike the Kardashians. Those skags, pardon my French. Alright, and the last item that I picked up vintagey-wise from Ollie's is this Hollywood Streets of Gold. It's a documentary. Well, it's like a 5-piece documentary. It's got Hollywood, The Golden Years, which is hosted by Gene Kelly. Hollywood, The Greatest Stars, which is hosted by Henry Fonda. The Legend of Marilyn Monroe, narrated by John Hudson. Hollywood, The Selznick Years, hosted by Henry Fonda. Hollywood, The Gift of Laughter, hosted by Burt Reynolds. Oh, so these were like kind of, yeah, they are vintagey. The first one's from 1960, the second one's from 1963, the third one's from 1964, the fifth one's from 1968, and the fifth one is from 1981. And Ollie's was only charging, I don't know, well, you all will be able to see that again. These tags don't like to be focused on here. But I paid 99 cents, and then with 15% off, I got it for 84 cents. You can't beat that for a DVD. So that's all I got from Ollie's and the antique store, my birthday. So let's get into the flea market stuff. Again, didn't find a whole lot like I usually have in the past. But again, you know, with everything that's going on, we're trying not to bring as much stuff in, and we're trying to move as much stuff out as we can. So what's the first thing that I decided to purchase that day? Again, I have one piece that I want to share with you all, but it's my favorite piece, so I don't want to show it yet. I guess the one thing that I'll show you is this, the only reason I bought this set of Christmas lights was due to the fact that the sockets are very, very small. And for those of you who watched probably my first flea market haul of last year, I picked up a set of really, really cool atomic, space age, UFO bubble lights. And all of the sockets that I managed to find would not fit it because they were too small. So I thought, why not give this a shot? And I think I paid $4, which is not too much to ask. I could have gotten them for cheaper, but he wouldn't budge. So I just paid him the $3 to take a chance, or no, the $4, sorry, to take a chance. And if they don't fit, you know what's going to happen. They're going to get donated. Alright. I also managed to get this magazine ad from the 50s. It's for Pepsi Cola. as fair tomorrow as today. I just really like the image of the woman on here. Not too valuable, you know, these magazine cutouts are not worth much at all, but people do like to frame them and use them as art. And on the back is just a Royal Crown Cola. So my mom bought a bunch of stuff. It was from the same guy that I bought the Christmas lights from. He was kind of pricey, so we were like, no sense in trying to get a good deal from him. So she paid $5 for a bunch of paper stuff. So she managed to get this one for me, so I'm going to frame this and probably just hang it up. Alright, the one item that I'm actually going to sell on eBay, or actually a set of them, which I've had luck with before, are these spaghetti monkeys. One looks like this. Come on, focus. So we got this one. We've got one that looks like this. Come on, focus. And then we have another one that's like this. So these are spaghetti material, or they're the spaghetti, I guess you could say the texture. So I paid $5 for the set of these, and they're not marked anywhere. I don't see Japan or anything on them. But if you guys watched, I think it was my last estate sale haul that I did, I bought that 1950s pink poodle figurine and had 2 pups with it, like on a leash. I paid 75 cents for it, and I sold it for 25 bucks. So spaghetti stuff, if it goes to the right person, or you find the right person who wants it, they can go for a good penny, as long as the shipping is reasonable. So I'm probably going to list the 3 of these together for $19.99, and I'm sure I'll get that. Okay, sorry, I'm all piled up here. Oh, we also went to another antique place up at this in this flea market area, because it's in a small town. And I got the 2006 Elizabeth by J. Randy Taraborelli. This was in a section full of books, and it was a consignment antique place, so kind of the same concept. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll get that, because I'm still reading Esther Williams' autobiography, or her biography, sorry. And I flipped it open just to see how much it was. I saw that they were asking $2.99, but then they had it on markdown for $1.99. So I said, hell yeah, this is mine. And this book originally in 2006 was $26.99. I would never have paid for this book that much for a book, ever, unless it's a college textbook, but besides that. So $2.99 or $1.99, I couldn't say no to that. I know there's something else that I wanted to share with you all that I bought. I just don't know what I did with it because I've got so much stuff piled up in front of me here. Sorry guys, bear with me. I've got like a ton of stuff in front of me right now. Oh, I guess since I can't find it, I'll just tell you about it. So when I was packing stuff up the other day, I had noticed that my 1960s Ken doll was missing a sandal. So I've come to find out that my dad found it and it had gotten broken. So I had to buy a replacement for it. So I think I paid $3 for a new pair, which is fine by me. And then shipping wasn't that much. And now, speaking of replacements, I have a few things that have broken on me. So now I have to wait to see if I can find them for a good deal online to replace them. One of them was my pin-up decanter that said, "Lay off this old man's private stuff." It had a pin-up girl on the top of it. I paid $2.99 for my original one, and when I was packing stuff up the other day, I tripped on it and it broke. So now I'm waiting to replace that. I was going to go to an antique mall and get it, but then they wanted $80. And I'm like, that's not even close to being worth it. That's like a novelty souvenir item. You can't ask $80 for that. But let it sit. It's not going to sell. Not to be pessimistic. But from eBay, or actually I have one more flea market piece. Sorry, I'm going like out of order here. Like, ooh. Alright, I guess I'll save it for last. So from eBay the other day, I ordered this 1914 Coke serving tray. Actually, this is a tip tray. And I had been watching it for some time, and I was like, you know, it's in such good condition, I had to have it. And they had it up for $25 or best offer, and nobody bought it. Then they started asking $20 or best offer. There were 5 people watching it, and then I said to myself, you know what, let me just send them an offer of $15 and see if they take it. And lo and behold, she did. So for $15, I got this awesome tray. I did post it to my Instagram, VinnyMac1995, if you want to follow me there. All that is linked down below, in case you're interested. So I got that. Alright, and is that everything besides my one item that I want to share with you all? I think it is. So my last piece I also posted to Instagram, and I'm super excited about it because I think it was the first thing that I picked up at the flea market. And a lot of you made a comment about it. This is an insanely nice picture of a World War II era woman. I think it's from a calendar, but I haven't taken it out of the frame to see. It's in a really, really rustic white frame, and as you can tell, the frame is definitely very old, excuse me. Now, I did pay $20 for this, but I felt it was worth every penny because it's such a neat picture, and it almost looks like the Coca-Cola girls from that time period. So I couldn't pass this up for $20. Originally, she had $35 on it, and she told me make an offer, and I was hesitating because I don't like when people tell me that, because I don't want to lowball them, and I also don't want to give them too much. That's why I'm like, about that. So I said $15. Then she said, would you do 20 on it? And I said, you know what, yeah, I'll do it for 20 because I really like her, and she's going to be a nice little piece to my new room whenever we move. So I thought she was really, really neat. And I really love her hair. I love the way that she looks. She almost looks like Betty Grable in a way. So that is my little collective haul for you all today. I'm sorry it's a 20-minute video, but I had a lot of stuff to get through and a little bit of other information to share with you all. So that's everything for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm on a journey to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close. Help me reach it, and you all know what I'm going to do when I hit that 1,000. It's a giveaway time. And again, if you're interested in following me on other social media websites, go ahead and check the description box below. It's all there. And thank you all for watching.